Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jackie, and I am forever faithful. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. Hope you all are well out there. Um, I just wanted to share something that I'm going through. A lot of us are going through, and it's really, truly a lesson. Um, the other day, I was just reflecting on all the people I had in my life like 10 years ago and how many of those people are no longer in my life. And I would say I only have one, only one person out of all those people still in my life. But I was really just reflecting on that and just coming to terms, truly in my soul, coming to terms with the fact that it's sad but necessary. It's sad that my heart aches. It's sad that I had to end a friendship. It's sad, but it's necessary. So that's the title. Sad but necessary. Um, it's like it's sad but true that people only come through our lives. And I had a vision, a visual not too long ago. It's kind of like being in an airport. Um, Everybody in there is going to a different destination. And some people are there, for a few minutes, maybe, you know, connecting flights, right away. Sometimes people are there for an hour or hours. And in some cases, they may be there much longer, right? Depending. But I just had that visual of how people are constantly moving in and out of our lives, and we all have different destinations, and we're taking different flights, a different route, a different path, right? And even when you have a layover in an airport, you may be there long enough to even strike up a conversation and actually get to know someone, right? Get to know someone better. But then either it's time for their flight to leave or it's time for your flight to leave. You know what I mean? So it's time to go. Everything has its place, everything has its season. But it goes back to, people coming in and out of our lives, meaning I'm more like coming through our lives, right? Just coming through our lives. Some people may want to double back, come back around, but for the most part, people are just coming through our lives. But so it leaves us, definitely has left me in a place where I'm like, okay, so what is the lesson of it all? Because it's sad when someone leaves, someone that you care for leaves your life, whether that's voluntary or involuntary. And usually with involuntary, I'm talking about death, someone transitioning from this earth. But that is also the cycle of life, right? Sad, but it's necessary. We go through these cycles, we go through these seasons on different levels. Um, and it's sad because sometimes we're not ready for that person, you know, or that situation to end. But it's necessary for our own growth. And we find ourselves filling a void and opening a space that's unfilled when someone leaves our lives. And we all deal with things, cope with things differently. But I think the key is to do it in a healthy way. Because this is really training ground. When these people come through our lives, it's a lesson. It's a workout of our spiritual muscles, and trying to maintain, or managing our emotions in a healthy way is also important when these people come through our lives. Okay? It's sad but necessary that we have to feel our emotions. And it's important to do that without judgment from ourselves or from others, because this is a process. It's sad but necessary that we still have to go through these cycles of hurt, disappointment, pain, you know what I mean? Being disrespected. But where's the lesson in it all? We all have to adjust our mindsets. We have to adjust our physical lives and adjust our emotions when someone leaves our life. When someone leaves, we have to make all of these adjustments. It's sad that we have to do it, but it's necessary for our growth, for our future, for generations to come. It's sad but true that we have to face harsh truths about someone or something, or even about ourselves. But it's necessary. And I think, in it all, we have to ask ourselves, is this a lesson on love? Is this a lesson about self-worth? Is this a lesson about financial literacy? Is this a lesson about trust? Is this a lesson about faith? Is this a lesson about intuition and listening to it? There's so many lessons that can come out of a situation or a relationship. These things are sad, but it's a part of life. It's sad, but it's necessary. We have to continue to keep thriving, keep striving in a way that's going to be healthy for us mentally and emotionally. These things are sad when someone leaves our lives, but it's necessary, because we can't keep certain people in our lives that's going to hinder our growth. And we can't continue to stay in situations that is not healthy for us. So these things are sad but necessary. But there's always a lesson in it. These people in our lives are like the people in the airport. They're coming through and they're going on their way to their destination, right? A different route, a different path, a different assignment. So it's kind of like me taking that perspective that hit me. I think it was Sunday. I was like, it's sad, but it was necessary. The conversations, uncomfortable conversations I've had to have. It was sad, but necessary. And it was healing in the process. It's sad, but necessary that I have to close the door on a relationship that I've had for years, for decades. It's sad, but necessary that I've had to distance myself, even from family that mean me harm, that does not have my best interest at heart. It's sad, but necessary. Because in the end, you can only depend on yourself and your higher self, divine creator. In the end, you'll be standing alone. But that's okay, because it's necessary for you to stand alone. Oftentimes, we are in codependent relationships. And that can be with anyone. And don't even realize how codependent we had become on someone. And in it all, we're supposed to stand on our own 2 feet. So unfortunately, these things have to happen to us in order for us to learn about who we really are, how strong we really are, and what we're really capable of. Again, these things are sad, but necessary for our well-being. So I hope someone was able to get something out of this message today. And that's all I really wanted to share. I appreciate you all stopping by. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.